Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, we're here to talk about whether or not you still need an outside big man in NBA 2K20. There's a lot to talk about in this video, so I hope y'all enjoy. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. Let's try to get this one to 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. There's going to be 2 or 3 topics in this one, and the first one we're going to talk about is what you're seeing on the screen right now. How your point guard demands all the attention in the pick and roll game, and this is why it's very dependent on whether or not you do need an outside big man or not. So whether you're a big man watching this or a point guard watching this, we're here to talk about this stuff. In my opinion, we're going to get all of this out of the way in the intro real quick too, and I'll just go ahead and explain the lineup. So you can see Kitchen, he's on the playmaking shot creator, sharp takeover. We got Cook on his two-way slashing playmaker, the lock build, and then me on my legend finisher. Yes. Now, I hate this too because I'm no longer like a man of the people. I can't exactly give you guys the best tips and stuff because I have such an advantage with my build when it comes to, you know, the other inside bigs, because really, I'm no longer a true inside big. I can shoot the ball now. But anyway, you can see their lineup. They got 2 offensive point guards and a 3-level scorer with lock takeover at the big man spot. So that would be pretty much a rim sharp. It's like a rebounding wing as well. But again, we're here to talk about whether you're an inside big watching this, an outside big watching this, a guard watching this, or anything like that. We're going to give all these examples. So in my opinion, it takes IQ to be an inside big man, but it takes actual stick skill to be able to shoot the ball with the rim sharps. Right now, in my opinion, I don't really think it's that hard to be shooting with 76 three-pointer and, you know, Hall of Fame shooting badges off Hall of Fame dimer and floor general. Personally, I've been doing this with, like, you know, 11 shooting badges and 54 three-pointer, and I'm doing just fine. Meanwhile, I'm out here getting the inside big man bailout. Honestly, in all honesty, I was trying to pass that off to Kitchen as well, but for whatever reason, it just went up with the putback, and I get the very early, nothing easy, but no foul call animation, and it still goes in. Anyway, again, I'm here to talk about how I think to be an inside big man, it takes a little bit more IQ because you're very limited. We're here to talk about that a lot in this video too. We'll give some examples as to what a low IQ big man looks like. And you guys know, we talk about this on the channel a whole lot as far as like, yo, how to be a good inside big man, how to just be a good big man in general, how, you know, being a good point guard versus a great point guard versus being a bad point guard all works. And what I really want to talk about with the whole why maybe you could get away with still being an inside big man even if you're not exactly the best point guard, right? You're going to see the way these guys play defense. You can see just by the build, they're respecting Kitchen's 3-ball so much, and we're able to get easy rolls like this, where the defense is being pulled super high. They're playing sides off rip, like, you know, as soon as the game starts. Now, granted, you're going to see us coming out in size defense the entire game as well, but that's more so that they have an outside big. There's 2 different forms of respect that we're going to talk about when it comes to stopping threes on stage 3v3, and also we should talk about the stage mentality of the whole don't give up threes and make sure you're feeding 4 threes on offense. We're not so much like that on offense, but definitely on defense, we're trying to prevent people from getting 3-pointers up, because with me as an inside, it's tough to come back sometimes when we're down by a whole lot. You can see right here, nice rotation too by Kitchen. I rotate to the corner. However, it's a wide open. I'm looking like a fool in the corner because I fell down. Honestly, it was good rotations though. I really like seeing that where Kitchen stepped up to the top. I stepped down to the corner when he rotates for me to the top. But again, there's 2 different forms of respect when it comes to this pick and roll game when it comes to stopping 3-pointers. Number 1 is the fact that they're playing side like they are, where really that was kind of a questionable, you know, roll by me and questionable pass as well. But nonetheless, you see the point where the big man is stepping up really high, and really their reason for playing sides is more so respect for Kitchen's 3-pointer ability. It's not like they're worried about me hitting threes off the pick and pop slips or anything like that, but also you're going to see that later in this vid too. But to come back to this real quick, I want you guys to see the other pro of my build. So we're talking speed, perimeter defense, steal, all types of stuff. You're going to see I'm keeping up with him in the ISO, not really getting baked up or anything. The arrows still aren't switching, but I'm still like sticking with him. And again, I understand this isn't the highest level of competition, but boom, steal, out on the break, dunk, boom, points like that, and takeover instantly. And now I have even more speed, even more vert, even more rebounding ability, block, like shot blocking. It's just all types of stuff. Obviously, slash takeover isn't exactly the most comp, and this right here is what I wanted to break down. We're going to talk about this part right here too. So this is where me and Cook are coming out in sides off rip, right? I got left, he's got right. This is a pick and pop slip. I want you guys to watch this because if I had a rim sharp, I'd be teaching you guys how to do this all day. So for any outside bigs that want some tips, I want you guys to keep this in mind. This is the pick and pop slip. So you're going to see exactly what he's doing right here. Instead of setting the screen on me again and staying put, what he's going to do is move straight to the corner, and this takes advantage of us playing sides defense. So me, since I'm on the left, that's my responsibility. I don't know why my dude isn't moving and stuff like that either, but it happens in this pick and pop slip stuff. So Right here, if his point guard was paying attention, the big man is instantly wide open, easy for corner 3. Unfortunately, Kitchen sags down. I know it's just a bad habit at that point where he saw me lacking in the corner, probably just instinctively dropped down from his corner, even though there's nothing he can do about that from corner to corner, obviously, especially at 6'1" with, you know, no defensive. Actually, he does have defensive badges, but defensive ratings and whatnot, you get the deal. Anyway, my whole point that I wanted to address with that whole sides thing is that we are doing it out of respect for their big man. I'm worried about those pick and pop slips. I don't want that dude getting wide open, especially if Cook's lacking, where, you know, even if I'm paying attention to it, if Cook isn't, then it's going to be a problem. Obviously, the other thing is going to be their point guard, where I don't want them getting threes up. You see right there, we were both leaking out for the fast break. Fortunately, they do miss that. It would have been kind of detrimental to not get any points off that. Even with all that said, I still get out on the break, and that's why we're talking about these inside bigs as well. Now, personally, if you make, say, a 7-foot inside big or something like that, I am definitely not gonna recommend that in my personal, you know, perspective and just reference as for what you guys should do. I think anything between 6'8" and 6'10" is perfectly fine. I would probably recommend 6'8" or 6'9" personally, and as y'all know, I'm a 6'9" finisher, but to have speed is really the name of the game when it comes to this inside big stuff. You can see right there, hit the roll. I mean, bro, all of this stuff has to do with speed, and speed benefits you on offense, it benefits you on defense, and it benefits you in the rebounding. There's no point in being a OD tall like big man when it comes to this 3v3 stuff. Now, if you're talking twos, it is a little bit different in that situation. Personally, dealing with somebody like me where I'm a finisher, it's going to be a little bit tough the shorter you are, and obviously I'm a big fan of trying to dunk on people who aren't as tall. But get the deal of what I'm saying here. If you are an outside big, it's very easy for you to stay out of the way. You can just hold B, not really move anywhere, let your guard dictate the drives. For me, we got to do stuff like this because it takes supreme IQ, really, to be able to deal with this inside big stuff. So right here, this is a quick slip. We're just organizing this. The reason I love doing this is because if I do it from the left wing side where my corner spot up is as well, I have an open corner to roll from so I can angle this for the lob. Again, all this stuff you need to know as an inside big man, because if you sit here and you hold B and you just don't move anywhere, your guard is going to get double teamed. You are absolutely a detriment to your team at that point. So to overcome the fact that you aren't able to shoot, you got to be able to know how to do stuff like that. That's the major key of what I'm talking about. So to answer the title of this video that I've not done all videos so far, what I want you guys to understand is if you are capable of doing things like that, you don't need a rim sharp. If you aren't capable of doing that, or if your guard can't hit you on those slips, or if your guard isn't good enough to be dictated or demanding a double team, or for, you know, both people to play him high and play sides, then you probably do need a rim sharp, because honestly, your guard's gonna need to rely on drive game a whole lot more. So this right here is a pretty minor detail, minuscule thing, but I do want to talk about it. So whether it's any inbound from the baseline or side out like it is right now, the inbound press from bigs is just ridiculous. They're like the type that I see. Now, honestly, if Cook could have gone to the right corner, this would have been ideal here. But we have a really good, I'd even call it a good habit of him being in the left corner at all times because it makes our offense a lot easier. But you're going to see, boom, I roll from this side. I try to get to the openness of, like, you know, not be too close to the corner, because if Kitchen throws a lob, then I might get bumped. Or if it's a regular pass, it might get intercepted. But regardless, you get the deal. Kitchen just tried to get in his bag and throw a little dot right there. But that right there is how you supplement being an inside big man, where Kitchen can work to the mid-range instead of driving, because if he drives, it's going to be a little tough, because if you, like I said, for any of the park random mentality where it's just my guy can't shoot, so I'm going to sit in the paint. Obviously, for any of you guards out there, you cannot even remotely think to drive if you're playing with an inside big, because a lot of times the big man is going to be on top of that stuff, and your big's going to be wanting to roll anyway, so it's going to be tough to, like, be able to do both things. So again, speed, perimeter defense, all types of stuff. They get the shot clock right there. I was on top of it. Thankfully, I didn't jump at like the catch and shoot that he had, because low-key, you know, my instincts as I'm watching that back, I was like, oh, jump at that, bro. Like, but I'm glad I didn't in retrospect. But right there, get hit with the illegal screen. I'm not gonna give too much of an explanation on that. I feel like that's kind of just some random happening where let me know what you guys think as far as the big men out here that are watching this video. Do y'all feel like just illegal screens are completely random and RNG based, like random number generator, where it's literally just like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, and I feel like half the time I'll even do illegal screens on purpose just to like test if it actually does anything, and it doesn't do anything. And then when I feel like I'm standing completely still and by no means am I setting the illegal screen, it still happens anyway. I don't know. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the illegal screens. But anyway, you can see it's 19 to 18. some dude just spawned in the middle of the court to make this super annoying. So right here, we actually get kind of bailed out. I'm not gonna lie. Kitchen gets kind of poked right there, and I get the ball back. That was actually a major game changer if they could have got the steal right there. And one thing that I really want to talk about with this whole video too, and it's kind of pointless because there's no actual like point to it really, but Kitchen did not have a great performance in this game, and we still were able to win the game off me scoring literally 16 points, just a straight inside big right there. Again, just dot the corner. Obviously we knew that was something that could happen. I get the rebound, put back, easy. He was out of position. Again, I want you guys to understand, 16 points, 8 for 8. It is possible to do this stuff, but your point guard has to be respected in the manner where he demands a double team in these situations too, because they really do not want to give up 3-pointers. This is where it's kind of an exclusive mentality in the stage. You don't really run into this in the park a lot, where in the park it's going to be a lot of your point guard like Kitchen is going to drop 23 points because the bigs who are in there, they just are the big old 7'3" dudes. Or I'm giving you guys a little too much, like a little not enough credit, but understand there's a lot of bigs who refuse to help on the perimeter, or they don't really like take pride in switching on to ball handlers, their perimeter defense and their versatility. A lot of times they just want to protect this house, quote unquote, where they're just going to sit in the paint, get all the blocks, nobody's scoring in the paint, but then their guard's getting killed on screens all day, and Kitchen's gonna drop like, 7 for 7 from 3 because he's wide open every single time. That's why when people cry about screens, I feel like it's in the manner where they just don't know how to deal with them properly. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. Let's try this 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours like I was saying in the intro. And if you made it to the very end of the video, put LA in the comments to show your support. This made it all the way through. Shout out to anybody who knows about the clan too. I kept it kind of on the down low. I didn't really make a video specifically to talk about it, and we're gonna probably stay on the down low for the rest of the 2K20 season. When 21 comes around, I'll probably look into adding a couple more people, whether it be my boys that have kind of faded away from the game for now, and they'll probably be back in 21. Maybe pick up some new recruits as well. At the end of the day, I just want cool people to play with, like the ones I have right now, real chill and a good experience and just friendship on this game as well. Anyway, that's enough talking. I hope y'all enjoyed. None of that. Take it easy, man. Peace.